Right. All right. So we're launching into our November celebration call. We're going to be celebrating tonight some individuals, really every team member who is here tonight. We are Dee and Larry Corchin. We have the honor of working with you guys and partnering with you guys. And I know several of you have been with us for a long time. Several of you are brand new coaches, and some are even just kind of checking us out to see whether or not coaching might be a good fit. So thanks for joining us tonight. And we start off every call now with some inspiration and also an up close and personal. And it was really fun tonight to be able to combine the two of those, because that Facebook Live was with Cassie Moore. And with our up close and personal, what we want to do is just talk to one of our team members, get to know each other better, because we're all growing together. And sometimes you feel alone in your thoughts and whatever. And so Cassie had just recently shared this Facebook Live, I think yesterday. So Cassie, would you just be, first of all, thank you for letting us share that, and just kind of let us know what's going on. What are you having fun with your business, and what did sharing that do for you?
Well, I think it all started when I admitted that I had some issues that I needed to work through. So that Facebook Live really, I'll be honest with you, it took me a few minutes to decide. Randy walked downstairs and I'm sitting in that chair and he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm trying to muster the courage to do this Facebook Live." And he said, "Okay." So he turned around and went back upstairs and left me to myself. But I think that I'm enjoying the fact that I can be human in this group of people, and I can just reach up when I admit to myself that there's a need for help, and I can just reach up, and mentorship is there, the coaching is there, the resources are there to inspire me to keep going, and just to be the best person that I can be.
And what did it do for you? Because I've learned so much of what we're doing as coaches is personal development, right? We get better by what we learn about ourselves and then using what we're going through to help somebody else. So what did it do for you? Because, I mean, just if you're watching this, don't think you have to, do a Facebook Live anytime you're going through something. But it can be a way when we use our pain or our struggle to help somebody else, that it helps us. So did you feel that, or did you get some feedback? What did doing that and being honest and vulnerable do for you?
I did get some feedback, and that's really not the reason that I did it. The reason I sat there and I told myself, I'm going to act now. I heard, that scroll in my head, act now. There's always that, what is this going to do? What is this going to mean if I have to do a Facebook Live? What is it going to require of me after that? And sometimes that's the scariest part for me. But it is inspirational when you actually do it and you think, okay, I survived that. I can do this. And then you get the feedback, and it's like a reciprocal thing. You're going to inspire other people, and then they come back and inspire you. And it's just, it keeps the ball rolling. But it definitely is something that, you get to a point to where it's a growth process, and it's hard sometimes to admit that you need help, but we have a great team. And Dee said, when I was speaking with her earlier this week, she said, "What are your pillars?" And I think that was what really helped me. What are my pillars? What makes me feel that I can do this to the best of my ability? And when you can decide on those pillars, that got me moving in the right direction. Thank you, Dee.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Yeah.
Anything, Dad?
Yeah, I just wanted to jump in. For some of our newer coaches may not know, a lot of the studies that we've done and books that we've read, some of them we share in this group here. So the book that Cassie's referring to is The Observer's Chair, and it's by Dave Blanchard. He's part of the Blanchard Group. And again, we've used them for help and some coaching. In addition to that, you had referenced Act Now. That's from The Greatest Salesman by Og Mandino. So again, just in case you were questioning where that came from, many of us have kind of read those books and gone through them. So again, Cassie, thank you for that today.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
That's great. And Cassie has a great business. She will, Executive Director of Business, be with us at the Business Summit in Arizona this week. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So great. Thank you. Thank you. So what we like to do the first Monday of every month is just take time to slow down for a minute and really recognize what we're doing as a team And whether you helped a lot of people in the month of October or one person, it makes a difference. So you are important, your client is important, and we want to share a couple of things about our team. We had a really great month overall in terms of the volume of people that we're helping. We actually added 25 new coaches to just our team, you guys, this month. In October. So we had that incentive, the double cab bonus, which was nice. But what's going to be fun over the next couple of months is as we work with these coaches to see them start to grow and helping more people. So yay for you guys sharing about the coaching opportunity and how it changes lives. And we had 9 people who reached a new rank advancement level. And so what we do, because there's really not time for all 9 to speak, when you get to speak on our call, the first time you get to share, which we're so excited, we have several tonight, is when you reach the new rank of senior coach, which means you're helping 5 or more people, or if you reach one of the first leadership ranks or above, which is executive director or higher. So tonight we have 3 senior coaches to spend some time recognizing. So Shauna and Frank, why don't you kick us off? I know you have 2 on your team.
Okay, thanks, Dee. The first one I'm going to introduce is Judy. Judy's a very, very busy pharmacist and came into this program with a lot on her plate, but just dove right in and followed the system and the coaching. And so, Judy, we're really excited reaching senior coach. And go ahead, and you want to share a little bit?
Okay, thank you, Frank and Shauna. I definitely wouldn't be here today if it weren't for you guys, and there's just no way that I could ever say thank you enough for that. I guess one of the specific things that I did to try to grow my business was just actually sharing my personal success. When I showed other people's pictures, their befores and afters, I got some comments, I got some hits on Facebook and stuff, I got some questions. But the real change was when I got brave enough to put my before and after picture on there. And that was a really big step for me. So I would suggest for any coaches that are looking at growing your business that you keep yourself posted to people because they know you. They see you and they know those results are real. Other people, they may say, oh, that's photoshopped or whatever, but they know you, so keep it personal. I guess the biggest challenge that I came across was just not having enough faith in myself to do this, not thinking that I knew enough about what I was doing anyway to share with someone else and to lead them through this path. And I found out that I really did know a lot more than I thought I did. And when I didn't know the answer to something, then Shauna and Frank were always there to back me up and kind of help calm my fears a little bit. So that I would say always, keep in touch with your personal coach throughout this. And then just don't forget that you're not alone in this group, in this coaching group. There are so many people out here that are looking for the answers, and we have the answers, and we need to share those answers. Whether or not they choose to accept it, it's up to them, but we really need to share it. We owe it to them and to their health. And I'm going for my yearly doctor's appointment next week, and I'm really excited to see the difference because I'm down over 30 pounds since that last office visit. And my blood work came back. The nurse called me and said, your numbers are fabulous. I want to see those real numbers. I'm a numbers person. So I need to see those numbers. I've got my other ones printed out from last year and I'm taking them with me. So all I can do is say thank you so much. And anyone who thinks they might slightly even maybe sort of might want to be a coach, dive into it. You're going to love it. Thank you.
Thank you, Judy.
Yeah, so I want to take a minute here to introduce our next senior coach on the team, Bill Warrington. Bill has only been on this program a very short while. He came on as a client, lost a pretty good amount of weight, and then immediately, or pretty close to immediately, jumped in as a coach. He signed up to be a coach on October the 1st and went senior coach his very first month as a coach. And he listened to a couple of Shauna's calls, he listened to a couple of my calls, and then he said, I got it. And he signed up a bunch of people, has done really, really well. So if you're on here, Bill, I don't see you on here, but if you're on here, take just a couple minutes. Bill is a nurse practitioner, and I think you'll enjoy hearing from him. Go ahead and take it away, Bill.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Dee and Larry. And thanks, Lori Cole, if she's out there. All great support, and of course, the Optavia community. If I was to answer the question, what specific actions have led to my success, I think it was really my willingness to understand that as a nurse practitioner, people come to me to solve problems for them, right? And in this particular role as a coach, really, I have to be willing to engage new people. I have to find people that I'm not already seeing, and as well as those that I can't, because believe me, I know everybody's BMI in my practice, all right? Because that's a metric that we keep. But, and there's about 6,000 of them, so I have plenty of people to go through. But being able to reach out to other people for referrals or to just have a conversation, not necessarily about weight, but about life, and to be very vulnerable with them. Challenges that I faced are that, or that I had to go through to grow and stuff like that, is I found out that in reality, I'm a little bit afraid of change, okay? And so I saw this wonderful little post by Ray Lloyd, and it was called Why Some People Aren't Successful. And one of the points that she made was, if you can imagine Frank saying to me one day, Bill, I'd like you to post on Facebook or LinkedIn, and I almost wet my pants, right? So I thought, okay, well, I'm going to do this. So I started taking pictures, and Frank helped me, do the side-by-sides, and I put it out there. And I thought that, man, that was something. I was really brave, and I got all kinds of hits, right? Some of which were successful conversions, and some, I'm still working on. But then Frank said, hey, can I post your picture? Well, that was that was something even a little bit different, right? So I said, sure, And I think what that leads to is really that I had to face my fears and I had to take risks. And in doing so, I think I've been successful because in doing that, have shown people that I'm willing to be vulnerable, like Judy was talking about. I also think that if I had to give anybody a really my best tip for new coaches or for people that are looking to be successful, I think I always remember your why. Why did you get into the program? Why did you want to become a coach? And never forget that you have a big picture, right? And there's one thing that you want. And for me, it's I want to be healthy, and I want to set an example for my family, my friends, and my patients. And so that's really what I want to do. I'm about helping people. Thank you all for your support.
Thank you, Bill, and thank you, Judy. What a great intro. You guys both kind of said that just that power of being vulnerable and sharing your own story and being uncomfortable. But when you did that, what that attracted to you. So congratulations to both of you guys, off to a great start. And I want and double cab bonus eligibility. So how about Adele? Adele, you've got a new senior coach.
Hey!
Beth. Yeah.
I'm so excited. I don't know. I don't see myself, so I don't know. Are you guys seeing me?
We see you.
I am so excited to introduce my dear friend, and I see you, Bev. Bev and I have been friends since 1981. Isn't that crazy? And so Bev, dear friend of mine, 10 weeks in, decided to start coaching. She, by education and practice, is an addiction therapist. And so 10 weeks in, she's had a fabulous journey, her own journey. And 16 days in as a new coach, she has 6 new clients, family and friends. And I love Bev. I love her heart. So I just want to have Bev share. You'll have to unmute yourself, hon. And then for her to share her keys to success. Oh, she's not. She's not. Oh, there she goes.
Bev, we can't quite hear you. Can you speak a little louder, or do you have headphones you could put on?
No. No, that's okay.
It's okay. It happens sometimes. No worries.
She's gonna sign
She's gonna
it.
sign for us. I love it. I love your humor. One option might be to call in if you want. You could let Bev know if you want to, or Adele know if you want to call in. Okay. Just mute her for a second. Do you want to just talk a little bit about November and getting off to a strong start in November?
Yeah, no, actually, yeah, that's a great opportunity. Folks, while we're waiting for Beth to dial in, just wanted to share, I was going to share it later in the call, but I'll go for it now. You know, as we come up to the holidays, we've got Thanksgiving and then we've got Christmas next month. And a lot of times, and we've seen this now, we've been doing this for 8 years, there are definitely patterns as far as what happens around the holiday. And the best thing about this year is the way the holidays actually land. November is a great month because, again, Thanksgiving is at the very end of the month, the last Thursday of the month. And then we have Friday and Saturday. So we really have a good full 3.5 weeks right now before we hit Thanksgiving. And, you know, people are still in that mode. They're still thinking, how am I going to look? And, you know, what am I going to do about Thanksgiving? And your existing clients, it's really important to coach them well through the holidays. When you think about the days over the holiday period, you know, there's only really 4 days, okay, that they have to worry about. The rest of the season is, you know, people are working and there's things to avoid at work, etc. But again, it's really 4 key days that we want to make sure they're prepared for when they come up against those days. So again, just a reminder that November is looking good as far as the way it's laid out strategically as far as the holiday, and December doesn't look bad either. We've had, again, Dee and I, the craziest thing, our organization, all of you guys, we've actually grown in past years, November and December. So again, just remember that as we get into year end. So
yeah, so much of patterns with our businesses, we have to watch what we're thinking about it. Like if we think, oh, nobody's going to want to get healthy, that's going to be the outcome you want. But the reality is, when we look at the history of our business, we really don't see any kind of dip in, you know, November or December. So if you just realize that there are people out there, right? I know I talked to Lauren today. She's talking to people that there are people out there that are ready to get healthy. And the great news is for us at 8:30 tonight, the field training is on coaching through the holidays.
Yep.
So some great tips for you to be able to support your clients. So I put the link to that on Coaches Up for Change. So you can click right there after Dr. A's call and we'll have some help with that. So you think Bev's in yet? She's working on it. Oh, that's great to know. So Lori just said, Lori Weiner, that she and Carol, when they started coaching, they actually started on November 1st back in 2000. I can't believe it's 2017. So a year ago already. Happy anniversary, you guys.
2 years.
2
17,
years. That's
yeah.
crazy. Crazy good.
So.
Awesome. And we have the Transformational Business Summit this week. That is for executive directors and above. So a lot of us will be attending that, and we're going to come back and celebrate and share next week on this group. We'll be sharing some top takeaways. So if you have come on yet, Bev, if you'll unmute yourself on the phone.
I don't know if she can. Let me get Adele. Adele, you know what number?
So how will I know Lauren just gave her the number.
What's her area code?
Her area
314-727-2992.
Okay, hold on. Beth.
Yeah.
Yay, she's there.
Can you log out of your computer, Beth, so we don't hear the echo?
Okay, I can.
There you go. Speak up, Beth.
That work?
Yep, speak up.
Okay.
Good
Now
job.
can you hear me?
Yes.
I am not at my home. I'm with my mother in Maryland, so my computer is not cooperating. So my apologies. So I had the questions in front of me, and then where did they go? Okay, so I am really excited. I just kind of did what Adele told me to do. To be a coach, right? And so, I mean, I bought my kit, and then it was like, okay, now you can get started. And so just get 5 people that will let you practice on them, whether you think they want to or not. So, and I really kind of wanted to procrastinate till the kit came in, and then I was like, no, you need to get going with this. So I think for me, the biggest reason that I decided to become a coach was for my own self. I have been through many diet and weight loss programs, and I know I need the accountability. And to pop that up even higher is to try to help other people. And I've never really done that before. And this is too easy. It is so great to be able to talk to one of my best friends, renew a relationship on a weekly basis. And that's the way it is with the people that I've invited to join me. And, just these warm chatter kind of conversations with people. It's funny because I sing at church up front a lot so people can see the transformation. And so it's not too hard to go, and have people go, well, what did you do? And that's kind of how it worked with me and Adele. It's like, okay, how did you do it? And can you help me? And so I think that occasionally with regard to challenges, there's the doubt of people questioning the program and the processed food and and I just remind myself, this is a way, and it is tried and true, and it's medically based, and there's a lot of good research. But, every so often you have that voice of doubt come in, and it's like, well, it's just not your time. You can try your way, people, but this is a way that I'm going with, and I'd love for you to join my team and be part of the journey. And so just working through those doubts and telling myself to shut up and just, share what I have to share, and they're either going to take it or they're not. So best tip, I wrote a note to myself. Okay, so this is really funny because the day before I was supposed to leave to come to Maryland, Adele and Lauren, her daughter, got on the phone, and they're like, you're so close. I had 4 people, and you could get this cab by the end of the month. And I'm thinking I had till, my first 30 days to get this, and maybe that's true. I don't know. But I was like, well, I've got 3 people that could possibly say yes. I've gotten with all of them. And I was like, let's pray about it. And so then that night, I think it might have been about 10 o'clock at night, my friend contacted me. She's like, I'm doing this. And so I got her signed up that night. I stayed up, and but that one I had actually seen her. I think that's the thing, is listening to the prompting. I decided to go see this friend that morning because I was missing her and hadn't talked to her in a while, and she had asked me to hold her accountable on her weight and her health. And I thought, let me just go over there and see how she's doing. And it ended up, she was just really down. And I feel like what I had to offer on a whole person level was something that she heard, and I challenged her obstacles, and she thought about it, talked to her husband, and, so within less than 24 hours, she signed up, which was exciting. So just not being pushy, but listening and sharing. I got to share with a dental assistant who would love to, and maybe she'll come on, while her hands are in my mouth.
That is great. That is great.
I'm trying to think of, so both, I have two sister-in-laws that I already talked to, and one actually signed up last night while I was at her house in West Virginia. So to me, it's like, oh my gosh, just about everybody I've asked has decided they want to do it, which is crazy. It's like this program will sell itself. When people are ready, they're going to jump on. It's just me being willing to get out of the way and share what I have to offer, what Optavia has to offer. And, the enthusiasm is infectious, and staying in on the conversation, I think, is really helpful too.
That is so true. Thank you, Bev. Like, your energy is just contagious. It's no wonder that people are saying yes. Like, between you and Judy and Bill, like, it's just so fun to see when you step into this, and that energy and that excitement about sharing and what it does. And one of the very first things I just want to go back to you that you said I did this for really no other reason than it was going to help me on my journey. And I'm going to leave you guys with that thought, because that's what we're going to capitalize on. I had said that we were going to spend some time tonight talking about how we can easily have conversations with our clients, not talking to our clients, but talking with our clients about their journey. And that is the primary factor right there. And I think both Bill and Judy, and I know me and everybody else on here would probably agree, the reason we're able to do better than we would on our own with our help journey is because we are helping someone else. So we'll save that.
And surrounding yourself with, again, like-minded individuals are so important. Again, your excitement, Bev, I know where you're getting it from, Adele, right? So again, that kind of excitement just breeds more excitement, and people want to be surrounded by that. And so we're bringing light in a dark world.
We are so honored, you guys, to be on this journey with you. We love every one of you, and thank you for what you're doing to help further this mission. Excited what this month is going to bring for us, and we'll regroup again next week. We always want to keep our Facebook open for conversation questions, so we'll see you over there in the meantime. But thank you for being a part of this call and celebrating some of your team members, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, great call. Have a great week. We love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.